Makati mose muri Zimbabwe kusangana zvekare pano pachivhitivhiti chenyu patinokupai nyaya nemaletiest updates ezvinhu zvinenge zvichiitika munyika yeZimbabwe. Mamiriro zvakaita muri Zimbabwe zviri kunzi Philip Varelesvanda, former army general uyo akasira vamatatu chinzvimbo, zviri kunzi izvoni akabloka coup mushure mekunge pange paraizwa alamu kusaidi retimu Chiwenga zvichinzi aiwa Mnangagwa ngaaende. Nekuda kwekuti PV Sivanda munin'ina waPresident Emmerson Mnangagwa, saka zviri kunzi vakabva varamba nezvekuti coup iitwe. That's why zviri kunzi ndosaka makavaona paDefense Force paHeroes Day makavaona vakapfeka uniform yakanga ichiratidza kuti mauto vachitedzerawo zvakaitawo Chiwenga paakamboyonayo last time pa handover and takeover yava matatu na Philip Varelesvanda vakauya vakapfeka uniform kumabarracks earmy. Saka razvo muri Zimbabwe ndo mamiriro azvakaita zvinhu hazvina kuomera zvakanaka, ndo nyaya dziripo. Saka leaked from intelligence ndo zviri kutaura kunzi Philip Varelesvanda kuuya kwake muPortobello pamwe chete nekunzi ane chinzvimbo sasenator in disguise zviri kunzi inyaya yekudzivirira kuti vaMnangagwa vasange vachibatwa nemauto, ndo nyaya iripo. Saka ndo mamiriro azvakaita muri Zimbabwe.
The safety standards were they met? Taimuzwana windi vaita kuti ayo haikwanisi kezvo. Saka mukaona windi akutaura kuti iyo bhoti hakuna kunosvika iyo ichaita accident, yakatadza kusvika ikoko. Mnangagwa hasi kukwanisa kuzviona izvozvo kuti that particular boat haisvike ikoko, but in a normal country it was supposed to be seen by engineers. Where are our engineers? Zvamataura angojeti tangova vanhu vasara, but nyika yedu yadonha. Ndiri ku last week iyo it was so terrible, and zvatawana Signoro, I think I may agree with him in the sense that Rutendo told us that Mnangagwa is a ritualist. So I think what he has said from a ritualist perspective, vana Signoro sesvikiro vanenge vasvikirwawo, ona kuti that is the issue. But what we can say is the illegal president Emmerson Mnangagwa should leave power. We don't want this person in Zimbabwe. So let me lend Angojed. I think at one point in time I will come and we talk. I want to give other people a chance to speak. But generally, Zimbabwe is a dysfunctional society. You cannot fight even flu, madari. You cannot even fight nata. So kwatiri kuenda nyangongwana mota dzatinadzo ndozvadzingorese mabhotsi iwawo. Saka we should expect more disasters as we go on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate. All right, guys, if you're just joining me, welcome to the space. We are talking about the Lake Kariba boat, disaster. That's the one that we are talking about, today. A lot has been said. I think this happened, yesterday. I think, we made mention of it, yesterday. But then we were not quite sure about the death toll. But with the information that is coming through, more than 40 people, have perished in that accident. And we are being told, in terms of the numbers of the people that were in there, the numbers are kind of fluctuating, but I'm told that it was 153 people that were in that vessel. So when that boat capsized, some managed to get to safety, but some had to spend over an hour waiting for rescue to come through. There are reports that even the so-called captain, the one that was in charge of that, he was just being rude, and everything. Even when people were warning him that, look, things are just falling apart. What this thing, what is coming through, he could not even get to a point where you would seek for help. Instead, you would be shouting, at people, etc. So so that's the thing, that we are discussing. That's the thing, that we are talking about. Is a national tragedy. I understand it has been, it has been declared a national, disaster. Understand Emerson Mnangagwa has put out, a statement. I think he did put out a statement, in the last hour. Yeah, and the hand was, I see the one that belongs to the First Lady. They put out, a statement as well, saying that, she's deeply saddened by the Kariba boat tragedy, which has claimed 44 lives. But what really infuriated me, what really, got to me is what Nick Mangwana has said. I don't know whether he was coming from a position of, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know kuti ndo maitiro acho here anoitwa kana munhu ari permanent in the secretary. But he would say the fact that many people were rescued shows that there was an emergency response. If there was none, the outcome would have been worse. And ndichingotendai mimi. Just be thankful that there was an emergency response. Just be thankful. Zvimwe zvese zvamakutsvaga izvi hazvina kana graft zvese zvamukutsvaga izvi. You're wasting people's time, or you're just making unnecessary, noise. And when he responded to one Raystone who said, we need people fired at Reader and prosecuted the same way if this boat was privately owned. And then he comes through and says, oh, it's entirely natural and deeply humane to look at photos of the ferry and feel a surge of worry, especially when we are all, grappling with this heartbreaking loss. A chipped, pained job or a worn surface can easily trigger our fears, making us question if something was overlooked. But we have plenty to gently separate what we see. But we have to gently separate what we see on a screen from the rigorous reality of engineering. These vessels aren't judged by their cosmetics, but by thorough, regular checks carried out by trained technicians and professionals who dedicate, their career to safety. The thing was leaking, for goodness sake. The thing had holes in it. Jonah, do you want to come through?
Thank you very much, Uncle Jiz. Yeah, I mean, it's a sad day for the country, and it's so painful, And yeah, may God comfort all the relatives and everyone, because it's so sad. Anyway, what I want to say, Uncle Jets, is I don't have much expertise in maritime and whatever, but I just want to share my small experience, which I experienced in 2024 when I did a certain survey on a certain tower which was on the island, and it was not even, I think it was 13 kilometers from the shores. But I just want to show you the difference and the preparedness and the safety factor itself, how it should be done when people are using boats. Number one, before we go there, we did an induction. After the induction, each and every boat was given a life jacket. And then before that, before our boat takeoff, there were other two boats which we were just going with us in case if this one have a problem with life jackets and whatever. So if you look at what happened yesterday in terms of safety factor preparedness, or maybe it's so sad for me to say not even zero, because zero is a better number. It was minus, Uncle Jets. It was minus. Because if you look, Uncle Jeds, even if you don't have that expertise, common sense must tell you kuti bhoti yaya isina kutombosumuka Uncle Jeds. Panofana kunge pane ma-experts vanenge vatomboona kuti how the waves look like. You get the point, Uncle Jeds? How it look like. You see? Then we talk of structural integrity. You look, Uncle Jeds, kuti chinhu chine certain limited number of people, but people were just being loaded like bags. You know, Uncle Jeds, it's sad, to be honest. And sometimes as Zimbabweans, we need to reach a point of understanding kuti zvimwe zvezvinhu hazvidi ma-gatekeepers, Uncle Jeds. If you research right now, Uncle Jeds, a decent boat kuti ite function iyo inotakura vanhu 150 or 200. If you do your research right now, Uncle Jeds, you'll find out it will cost less than even $2.5 million. A decent boat. Then when we come and say, no, government, look at your priorities. What are you prioritizing? What are the essentials? You are anti-government. Kungobvunza that question cheta Uncle Jeds kuti ma priorities enyu ndeapi? Tato anti-government already. So these are some of the things zokuti as Zimbabweans we need to do self-introspection. Kuti where are we going? Because munoona the said part, Uncle Jeds, if you look at this point right now, statistically unokona kuona kuti pane vanhu vaenda, there were so many people who voted even for ZANU-PF. They're gone. Guess what?